Okay, so today we are going to discuss about one of the security topic, and the name of the topic is port security. So port security is the process that can be used on layer 2 switch for binding the MAC address. So so port security, if you want to learn like what is port security, so port security is the process of binding MAC address of device with specific switch port. Statically, you can say statically, because by default when the switches are connected with PCs, so automatically they can learn the MAC address automatically. So in port security, you can bind specific MAC address of PC with specific switch port. So I'm going to give you one example. For example, this is my switch. So you all know that switch can make MAC table because it is a smart device. First time it will broadcast, and after that it will unicast with the help of MAC address. So in MAC table, it has port information F0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3, 0 by 4. Okay. And for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For example, 5, 6 PCs are connected with switch like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For example, this is port number 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3, 0 by 4, 0 by 5. Okay. So this PCs has some IP address like 10.0.0.1. This is 2. This is 10.0.0.3. This is 10.0.0.4. This is 10.0.0.5. Understand? So I have just taken an example. So we all know that every PC has its unique MAC address, which is in hexadecimal format. So when you ping first time from 10.0.0.1 to every PC, it will broadcast, and after that unicast. Why it will unicast? Because switch learn the MAC table. Because F0 by 1, for example, F10.0.0.1 MAC address is A. This MAC address is B. This MAC address is C. This MAC address is D. Another MAC address is E. So when switch learn the MAC address, then you can say this is the dynamic MAC address mapping. Now in port security, what we will do, we will manually bind MAC address of any PC with specific switch port. So the benefit of this process is if any other person using this cable and connect with himself, then he is not able to ping to the entire network. So my network will be secure. I will show you this process in Cisco Packet Tracer. Just wait for the time. I'm going to share the screen Cisco Packet Tracer. So it is an easy topic and it is very important topic. So I have used one switch, and with this switch, I'm using some name of the students, any name. For example, this is Rajeshwar. Okay. So for example, this is Pallavi's PC. It is Anshuman's PC. Okay. This is Nappreet's PC. Okay. So they are working on this. This is Gagan's PC. Okay. Now they all are working in a single LAN environment. I have chosen random name. Okay. So they all are connected with switch and they are working in a LAN environment. So we know that if we have to connect all the PCs with each other, then we have to give IP addresses. So randomly I have given 10.0.0.1, 10.0.0.2, 10.0.0.3, 10.0.0.4, 10.0.0.5. Okay. So they all can ping with each other. Okay. So I want to let you know, first time it will broadcast. Okay. You can check in simulation because I have not started pinging. Rajeshwar wants to ping with Nappreet. Then the packet goes on the switch and it will broadcast. All the packet will be discarded and Nappreet's packet will successful and get back to Rajeshwar. Next time when Rajeshwar wants to ping with Nappreet, then it will not broadcast. It will unicast because this is one-to-one process. Why? Because now Rajeshwar and Nappreet's MAC address is in the table of switch. Same as when Pallavi wants to ping with Anshuman or Gagan wants to ping with Rajeshwar or any PC wants to ping with any PC. When they all ping with each other, then on the switch, you can check CLI, enable show MAC address table. Dynamically, all the MAC address of PCs assigned with specific switch ports. Understand? If you want to confirm, you can check F0 by 1 MAC address is 0001-97215AE8. Now check on Rajeshwar's PC 00. You can check on the right side of MAC address 0001-9721 and 5AE8. Okay, so each PC has its own MAC address. Now dynamically they are pinging with each other. So each port is assigned with dynamic MAC address. For example, now any other person, okay, so I'm using my name, Rajeev. Rajeev has same IP address belongs to network ID, for example, 10006. So already you can check F0 by 1 is configured with Rajeshwar's MAC address, but I'm using my cable with my PC. Now, other PCs are pinging with each other. And now Rajeev is also pinging with Pallavi, Anshuman, Nappreet, Gagan. Now you can check in show MAC address table, all other MAC addresses are same, but F0 by 1 MAC address is changed. Because now it's not Rajeshwar's PC, it's a Rajeev's PC. Okay. So every time when you change the cable, MAC address table is reset. Every time. Okay. Like now Rajeshwar is new PC. It is going to ping with Pallavi. It is reset. Wait. Rajeshwar is pinging with Pallavi. Fast. Now successful. Okay. Or it will take some time. So now again F0 by 1 is configured with Rajeshwar's MAC address. So what is the process? Any PC that is connected to switch dynamically, the MAC address of that PC is associated with the switch port. Understand the concept? Okay. So now, for example, these are my secured PCs. Okay. For example, just taking an example, but Rajeshwar PC is like on the, you can say, I'm working in a company. So this PC is situated on reception. So anybody can use the cable and put it in their own PC. And after putting their PC, they can, another person can ping with specific person. So he can like steal the data. Okay. So I want to secure it on layer 2. So for layer 2, we need a concept of port security. Okay. So that's why we use the concept of port security. We know that dynamically in MAC table, dynamic MAC addresses are associated with ports, but I want to specifically statically bind the MAC address of this PC. So in port security process, what we have to do, we have to work on some commands. Like first of all, we need to check how many maximum ports I want to secure, like F0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3. How many maximum MAC address I want to use? Like the range is 1 to 132. Okay. For one port, on one port, for example, you have F0 by 1, minimum one PC can be secured, maximum 132 MAC address. You can give it to one PC. And if you are giving 1, 1, 2, 3, any PCs, then you have to assign the MAC address. Okay, MAC address, like which MAC address you want to assign. And we have two types, like we have two tricks. You can provide MAC address statically, like you can write the MAC address like A, B, 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 C, C. Either you can use this command, MAC address sticky. Sticky means automatically the PC is connected to switch, that the MAC address of that PC will be binded. Okay, so it's up to you. You can use any command. And at last, you have to show the violation. Like if anybody wants to break the port security, what will be the violation? So we have three types of violation there: protect, restrict, and shut down. This topic is very easy, but you need to understand the concept. The topic is very easy. This is a small topic, so you need to understand the concept. Protect and restrict are same. Like if I will use the violation protect, then no other PC can ping with my network. But in a restrict, we can only understand, like we can just check that how many people can transfer, like try to break the port security. But we are not using shutdown, least use, because if we use the violation shutdown, the port will be shut down and manually we have to up the port. Okay, so only three commands practical is this, but the concept will be clear when I will do practical. Okay, so in port security, you have to show maximum MAC address, which MAC address you want to give, and violation. So again, I'm going to move on to my Cisco packet tracer. Now you want to secure, for example, you want to secure Rajeshwar's PC with protect violation. Okay, so what to do on this? Okay, so the port number used by Rajeshwar is F0 by 1. So I'm going to use the commands and I will put that commands on notepad so it will be easy for you. Okay, click on switch, configure. So first of all, you have to write interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1. Now, switch is connected to PC. We have to remember the rule. If switch is connected to PC, then access mode will be there. If switch is connected to switch, then trunk will be there. Switch port, mode, access. So now I'm going to provide the syntax of port security. Switch port, port security. So I told you, switch port, port security, maximum how many PC you want to secure. So here I just want to secure one PC, but you can secure 1 to 132 PC with one port. So here I'm using only one. Okay. Now switch port, port security, MAC address. So I want to secure one PC. So either I can use MAC address of Rajeshwar, like anything, the MAC address of, what is the MAC address of Rajeshwar? Like 00, no, 00, that is Rajeshwar. This is, either I can use this, copy and paste this command, or I can use sticky. Sticky means because I know Rajeshwar is already connected to the port, so automatically it will bind. And the last command is switch port, port security violation. So we have three types of violation: protect, restrict, and shutdown. So here I am going to use protect only. Do show history. So on F0 by 1, I have used this command. Okay. This is the command for F0 by 1. Now you can ping Rajeshwar with Pallavi. You can ping Rajeshwar with Anshuman. You can ping Rajeshwar ping with Navpreet. Rajeshwar ping with Gagan. Every time it is successful. Now again go to switch and check show MAC address table. Now what is the difference? You can check all other ports are dynamically mapped, but Rajeshwar's PC is statically mapped. So it means it is permanently mapped with that port. Now, if this cable is used by another person, Rajeev, then you can check Pallavi and Shuman pinging with each other, Navpreet Gagan pinging with each other, but Rajeev is not able to ping with Pallavi. Rajeev is not able to ping with Anshuman. Rajeev is not able to ping with any other person in my network. Why? Because in show MAC address table, F0 by 1 is statically mapped with Rajeshwar. Okay, and only one PC. And in show port security, you can check maximum secure address is 1. So already current address is used. Maximum 1 because I have used one PC. If I have, for example, if I have used two PCs, then any two PCs can ping. After 2, they will not ping. So if that cable is used with Rajeshwar, like used by Rajeshwar, then Rajeshwar can ping easily. Sorry, why it is not pinging? Oh, fast forward time. Successful. So Rajeshwar's MAC address is protected right now. So this PC is protected with this port. Yes. Yes. Now I have used only one PC with statically. Okay. So now you can check. We can also provide it two PC. For example, you want to allow this person with the port, but I will show you now another practical with restrict. So in a restrict, I want to provide two MAC address. Like I want to provide only Rajeev and Pallavi's MAC address with F0 by 2. So what to do? Interface FA0 by 2, switch port mode access, switch port security, switch port security maximum. I want to use 2. So I have to use switch port security MAC address sticky. Now sticky meaning is like by default Pallavi's MAC address is already assigned, but when we connected with Rajeev, then Rajeev is also associated with this. Okay, and in switch port security violation you can use every time, but I will show you restrict. Practical will be done also. So here I want to use restrict on F0 by 2, but you can check Pallavi can easily ping with Anshuman. If that cable is used by Rajeev, now I have given maximum MAC address 2. Now Rajeev can ping with this. Okay, easily. Rajeev can also ping with Anshuman. So it means F0 by 2 is associated with 2 IPs. Okay, so you can check on show MAC address table. Show MAC address table. Like F0 by 2 have 2 IPs, 2 static IPs. MAC address, sorry. Okay, so either F0 by 2 used by Pallavi or used by Rajeev, they can ping. But if any third person will up, for example, Navjot will be there, and they have also same IP address 10007, and now Navjot try to use F0 by 2. Now Navjot is not entered here. Okay, because these two PCs are completed. Navjot is not able to ping with Anshuman. Navjot is not able to ping with Navpreet, because two PCs are already attached with F0 by 2. Now the difference with protect and restrict is, in a restrict, when you check show port security, then you can check security violation. Like any third person have used and violation will be counted. Like 3 times the person is trying to ping with. 4 times ping by Navjot to Anshuman, then 4 will be there. Like in restrict, Navjot is not able to ping, but switch can understand like anybody try to break the violation. Okay, but if it's used by Pallavi or Rajiv again, then they can ping. But you have to remember one thing. If you are using sticky, then you have to first time use Rajiv and Pallavi's PC. For example, you have given 2 or 3 PCs, and at that time Navjot connected before me, then Navjot PC MAC address will be associated. So first time you have to remember this thing. Okay. Any doubt you can ask, any doubt if you have doubt. I have start recording again after your doubts. Okay, because I have paused the recording when your doubt was there. So now, third violation, third practical will be there. Now I want to bind F0 by 5 port. This is F0 by 5 port. So interface FA0 by 5, switch port, mode access, switch port, port security. Command is easy. Command is easy. Switch port, port security maximum, for example, 1. Switch port, port security, MAC address, sticky. But switch port, port security violation I'm going to use here, shutdown. But you don't have to use this. You don't have to use shutdown. Why I am saying you don't have to use this? Because now if Gagan is protected, for example, it can ping with Rajeshwar, Navpreet can ping with Gagan. But if this F0 by 5 used by any other PC, for example, Pallavi, if F0 by 5 used by Pallavi, okay, now the MAC address is not associated of Pallavi because Pallavi's MAC address is associated with F0 by 2. So now if that port is used by Pallavi, then when Pallavi try to ping with Navpreet, port will be shut down. You can check, port will be red. So every time if we use the shutdown violation, then port will be shut. We have to port, we have to manually up the port, we have to remove all the commands. So network administrator work will be loaded. So there will be a load on network engineer which is using there. So you have to use protect only. So by default, you have to use protect every time because protect is used more time. Yes. So protect is used, understand? But you need to know about the concept of this. So I hope you understand the concept of port security. It is very easy topic, but sometimes for understanding is difficult. So that's why I just make this design and solve the concept. Okay. Okay, then. So I'm going to stop the video. If you feel any doubt, then you can message to me. Thank you so much.